The chair looks inviting, but it's too early to have a rest. The door is slightly ajar. I can see some bookshelves inside. Apart from its impressive size, there's nothing unusual about it. I just wonder why anyone would buy something like that. There's some letters engraved in the stone plate on the globe's pedestal. There are names. A whole series of them. Wait a minute. The first name is Maximilian Mortimer Gordon. That's the name from Angelina's notes. Does that mean... I can't hear anything. But the stone slab could be the lid of a secret compartment in the globe's pedestal. And it would be an ideal hiding place for a piece of mosaic. I'm almost certain there's a secret compartment hidden behind the stone slab. But how can I get to it? No. I don't want to look in there again. I'd say something like a knight or a nobleman. Judging by his clothing, he must have been around 100 years ago. He seems somehow familiar. Probably an ancestor of the Gordons. Corridor, another room. I wonder how many rooms there are in this castle. Well, the dishes are well looked after, but you can't hide their age. They're becoming faded. Kitchen range that could really only be found in furniture catalogs of the last century. A few teaspoons. They're all well polished and lined up in a neat row. Two little metal pots. Judging by the layer of dust, they're no longer used. I'm just gonna take a spoon. Can't really make out anymore what this picture's supposed to be. Perhaps it's not such a good idea to hang pictures directly above the stove. That's the way outside. You can see the old stables from here. Sally doesn't really seem to put her all into her job. Hello.
Oh, hello. A living soul, here?
My name is Falk, Inspector Falk. I'm a policeman.
A copper? How exciting. I'm Sally.
Do you know this woman?
Never seen her before. Looks a bit like a snob.
You and Bates, look after everything here?
Well, looking after. Bates does most of that. He lets me do all the dirty work, cleaning, cooking, and all that sort of thing.
Isn't that your job?
That's what he says all the time. But being honest, I'd expected something quite different, you know? I mean, a castle with such knobs living in it. You'd expect the odd soiree every now and again.
Or a cute prince.
Well, Charles is off the market now. But anyone under 80 would do this place a world of good. Sometimes it really does seem like a grave here.
What can you tell me about Lewis?
A disgusting man. Ugh. I was hoping when I started he wouldn't be a snob like all the others are here. But he's just as boring and in a permanent bad mood. I never get more than 3 words out of him.
Is Lady Victoria a good boss?
I don't know. Bates hardly lets me talk to her. When I first came here, I made her ladyship a few suggestions on how she might want to redecorate the castle a bit. Just get rid of a bit of the mustiness, you know? Since then, I always have to ask Bates if I want something from her ladyship.
What's wrong with Lady Eleanor?
What could be wrong with her? Snore. Sits around all day, either knitting or reading.
Anything else?
She plays piano for Lady Victoria every now and again. In this house, that counts as having a wild party. You know, it's about time I got myself another position.
You want to leave?
Yeah, sooner rather than later. Maybe to a movie or a pop star's house. Somewhere where things are a bit lively at least.
Can you tell me anything about Samuel's ghost? Apparently it's been seen by a few tourists.
Oh yeah, I've seen it too. At one of the windows. It scared the living daylights out of me. A gruesome face. I hope I'll never see it again.
Huh. That's true. At which window?
I don't remember exactly. I think it was in the Forbidden Wing.
Forbidden Wing?
Yeah, you know, what's behind the locked door in the hall.
I don't suppose there are pictures of all the cooks who have worked here by any chance.
No idea. Must be ages ago, though, since there was an actual cook here. Ask Bates, he knows everything.
I'd prefer not to ask either him or Lady Victoria.
Then I don't know either.
Okay. I won't keep you from your work any longer.
Ah, don't worry about it.
An empty vase. It looks old, like everything here. That's for hanging up meat. Or playing pirates. Oh, excellent. Transylvania may be somewhere in Romania. But don't worry, we're ready for undead in this castle, too. A coffee grinder is the last thing I'd have expected in an English castle. But it looks really new and unused. The door is bolted. Might lead to a storeroom or a cellar. A pair of old rubber boots. They're as clean as when they were made, though. Perhaps they belonged to Lewis. Can't imagine that it's still in use. Even this place must have a normal water supply by now. Who have we got here? Huh. This thieving magpie in a raven suit is something I need. The floor here is rain-soaked, very muddy. Apparently, these things are to blame for the English still driving on the left. If you were to guide your horse with your right hand, you'd run the risk of being squashed between the wagons.